Is pain in your lower back holding you back from doing the things that you love? Your thoracolumbar fascia may be your culprit. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily fix it using my functional mobility formula. So the functional mobility formula can be broken down into 4 parts. The first part, recognize, meaning recognize where your symptoms are. So if it's in the thoracolumbar fascia area, it's going to be right around here. And then the second part of that is recognize specific movements that cause your symptoms. So for low back pain, a lot of times you can feel discomfort when bending forward, bending back, rotating, even squatting. So collect a couple baselines before we move on to our first stretch. So once we recognize where our symptoms are and a couple movements that are provocative, then we want to move on to reduce tension in that tissue. So I'm going to show you a stretch to help loosen up that thoracolumbar fascia. So quickly before I show you this stretch, your thoracolumbar fascia is where one of your strongest muscles attaches, which is your latissimus dorsi, or we just call it lats for short. So if we want to reduce tension here, we also need to reduce tension in the lat muscle, and this one move is going to help loosen up both of those. So starting in a tabletop or a quadruped position, what you're going to do is sit back on your heels and come down into a common pose that we call in yoga called child's pose. And then from here, you're just going to simply think about breathing into the tension. So I'm thinking about filling a balloon in my low back here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice, super easy. This is beginner level. So if you're already feeling a little bit of low back pain or tension here, then you just want to hang out in this position just to loosen up the thoracolumbar fascia. But as I mentioned, the lats attached to that area. So we want to see if we can stretch both of those tissues at the same time. And that's where our arms come into play. So your lat helps with extension, internal rotation, and adduction. So we would do the opposite movement to try to elongate it. So if I got tension right in my center here, what I'm going to do is go palms up as I reach out in front of me, and I'm actively trying to reach overhead as now I breathe into the lower back. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. See if you can start to reach further as you breathe out, and then simply repeat. Now, if you have more tension on one side versus the other, or more discomfort on one side versus the other, let me show you how to take this up to another level. So I'll show you from the front view here. So if I'm in traditional child's pose, we're gonna reach this way. Let's say I have more pain or tension on my right side. What I'm gonna do is side bend, and I'm gonna actively reach my right hand at a 45-degree angle until I feel a good stretch, and then I'm gonna breathe into that stretch. So in through the nose, out through the mouth, seeing if I can reach further and further. And we're gonna aim for about 10 or even 15 breaths if it's super tight. Now, if you have just a lot of tension in the center and on both sides, then I would go 5 breaths in the center, 5 to one side, 5 to the other, and that way you're getting that whole area with one movement. And that's a very simple and safe way to reduce tension in that area. So after reducing that tension, the next step is restore, aka restore the joint range of motion in the area of the tissue complaint, which for our instances is going to be the thoracolumbar area of our spine. So for our second move, we're going to be in this quadruped. All these moves are going to be super efficient. You can tell the first one we were here, second one we're going to be here, and we're just going to be focused on restoring that motion in that lumbopelvic area. And what we're going to do is some cat-cows. Now, most of you have probably heard of a cat-cow, where you dump into extension or that cow pose, you come up into that cat. It's a good overall spinal mobility, but we're just going to try to focus it down here in the lower portion of our spine. So what I want you to do is think of your pelvis as a bowl of water, and you're just going to think about dumping that water towards the ground or out the front, just trying to move through that lumbar spine. Once you run out of real estate here, you're going to start to tip that water out the back as far as you can, getting that nice flexion range. And then you're just going to cycle through a good 10 to 15 times. Now, if you have any pinching or discomfort, especially going into this extension, you just give it a smooch and then come right back. And if you have an intense pull in the opposite direction or that flexion range, again, just touch it and then drop it back down and just stay within that happy zone. So if this is the only range you have, that's as far as I want you to go. But as you rep this out, you want to see if it starts to open up further and further with each repetition. And if it does start to open up further and further, we call that green light. It means the joints are craving that movement, but you just don't want to go 0 to 100, especially if you got pain or discomfort in a particular area. So with our first two moves, reduce tension, restore joint range of motion. The last one is reinforce with a strength and stability exercise, which for your low back or that thoracolumbar area is going to be a core stability exercise. So let me show you that one next. So for our third and final move, we're going to be starting in this quadruped position again. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm all about efficiency. So how can we do as many moves from a similar position to help one area? If you want simple and effective, then make sure to subscribe for more videos. So to start challenging our core, what we're going to do is bring our knees slightly behind our hips. And then if I'm in this anteriorly pelvic tilted position, I'm going to posterior pelvic tilt, or think about dumping that water out the backside. And then we're just going to hold this high plank from the knees position. Some of you might already feel the core working here, but we're going to turn it up to the next level by adding a reaching component. So we're trying to stabilize the thoracolumbar area of our spine using our core. And then we also want to elongate the lats, since the lats attach to the thoracolumbar fascia, by reaching our arms overhead. And you're going to bust out a good 5 to 10 of these if you're really, really strong. This exercise humbles a lot of people, so don't rush into it. Just go nice, slow, controlled movement. And if you want to take it up to another level, what you would do is you reach out, palm towards the ceiling, reach across body to really lengthen the lats as we're stabilizing that thoracolumbar junctional area. And I'll show that from the front so you can see what I'm doing. Again, posterior pelvic tilt, get into that position. And then from here, you're gonna reach, palm up, and then across to really lengthen that lat tissue as we're challenging the core. And I'm already starting to pant a little bit. Seems simple, but this will really, really challenge your core and helping reduce that thoracolumbar fascia tension further. So to recap, we recognized where our symptoms were, but also recognized a couple movements that were provocative or poked at your symptoms. Then we reduced the tension in this area with some simple stretching. Then we restored the joint mobility in that area with a simple stretch. And then lastly, we reinforced these changes with proper core stability while not feeding into those compensations. And then there is a bonus R, and that's to reassess, especially your movements. So a simple thing is, after doing this routine, how do your symptoms feel? If they're reduced, then you know, okay, this is a really good routine, but also you want to check out your movements. So if your forward flexion sucked in this area, and now you can go further after doing that routine, then you know this is something you want to bake into your everyday to start seeing some changes over an extended period of time. Speaking of, if you have chronic tension and issues in this area, I would do this routine 2 to 3 times a day for 2 straight weeks. 2 weeks is enough data to know if this is going to help you. So it's super important that you recognize your symptoms and test some baseline movements, because if your movements improve with this routine, eventually the symptoms are going to follow and you're going to start moving and feeling better overall. Now, if my formula makes sense to you, this is how I rehab every single one of my patients, regardless of what tissues or injury is involved. So if you have any other issue, whether it's a body area or a specific muscle you want me to run through the functional mobility formula, leave it in the comments below. Until next time.